What's up, trainers? Welcome back to PokePlayLab_DBSHQ, your ultimate hub for top-tier Pokemon TCG strategies and master deck builds. Today, we're showcasing a brand new master deck build featuring Electivire X and Pawmot X, and let me tell you, this duo is a serious powerhouse in the current meta. We're talking massive synergy, tempo control, and game-changing plays that will leave your opponents scrambling to keep up. Whether you're grinding the online ladder or dominating at locals, this deck brings serious fire to the table. Got a YouTube channel? Drop your link in the comments. I'd love to check it out and support fellow creators in the community. Don't forget to swing by the community page to vote in our latest image poll, and catch all updates on tournaments, raffles, and giveaways in the announcements playlist. Want to support the channel? You can donate directly via the Cash App link on our YouTube page. Your support means the world and helps keep the content flowing. So get ready, trainers. It's time to unleash the storm with Electivire X and Pawmot X. Stay awesome, stay sharp, and as always, keep playing. Starting off, we've got 4 copies of Electabuzz, a basic lightning-type Pokemon with 90 HP and 2 solid attacks. First, we have Collect, which costs just 1 lightning energy and lets you draw a card, perfect for early game setup and keeping your hand moving. Next, there's Magnum Punch, costing 2 lightning energy and hitting for 40 damage. It's a simple, reliable attack for some early pressure. With 90 hydrogen phosphide, Electabuzz can survive a decent number of early hits, giving you time to evolve into Electivire X, which we're running 4 copies of in this deck. It has a fighting type weakness ×2 and a retreat cost of 2 colorless energy, so plan your board accordingly. Overall, Electabuzz plays a key support role, helping you set the stage for the powerhouse Electivire X to take over the game. Next up, we're running 3 copies of Electivire X, a lightning-type Pokemon with a hefty 280 hydrogen phosphide, evolving from Electabuzz. It has 2 powerful attacks. Dual Bolt for 1 lightning and 1 colorless energy. This move deals 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. You can target their active and 1 benched Pokemon, or hit 2 benched Pokemon if you're looking to soften up threats. Weakness and resistance aren't applied to benched Pokemon. High Voltage Press. This heavy hitter costs 2 lightning and 1 colorless energy, dealing 180 damage. But if Electivire X has 2 extra energy attached, for a total of 5 energy, it does an additional 100 damage, bringing the total to 280, enough to knock out most Pokemon in the current meta. It has a fighting type weakness ×2 and a retreat cost of 4 colorless energy. So be mindful when positioning it, mobility can be an issue. Overall, Electivire X is your late-game powerhouse, capable of sniping the bench and delivering massive single-target blows when fully powered up. Next up, we have 1 copy of Electivire, a lightning-type Stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from Electabuzz and comes with 150 HP. It features 2 attacks. Electroslug for just 1 lightning energy. This attack deals 40 damage, a solid early game chip option. Unleash Lightning. This powerhouse move costs 2 lightning energy and delivers a massive 220 damage. However, it comes with a major drawback. During your next turn, none of your Pokemon can attack, not even newly played ones. So timing is everything. Only use this attack when you're certain it will score a knockout, otherwise, you'll be left wide open next turn. Electivire has a fighting type weakness ×2 and a retreat cost of 3 colorless energy, so be cautious about when and how you bring it into play. It's strong but not very mobile. Overall, it's a high-risk, high-reward card that can swing momentum if used at the right moment. Next, we're running 4 copies of Pawmot, a lightning-type basic Pokemon with 50 HP. It has a single attack. Static Shock for just 1 lightning energy. It deals 20 damage, making it a simple but efficient early game option. Pawmot has a fighting type weakness ×2 and a retreat cost of 1 colorless energy, so while it's easy to get into play, be mindful of its low durability and matchup vulnerabilities. Next, we have 3 copies of Pawmot, a lightning-type Stage 1 Pokemon with 80 hydrogen phosphide, evolving from Pawmot. It comes with 2 solid attacks. Static Shock for 1 lightning energy. It deals 20 damage, a quick and easy chip option. Electro Bullet for 2 lightning energy. It deals 50 damage to the opponent's active Pokemon and 30 damage to one of their benched Pokemon. Don't apply weakness or resistance for benched Pokemon. This spread attack is great for softening up future threats while still applying pressure to the active. Pawmot has a fighting type weakness ×2 and a retreat cost of 1 colorless energy, making it a nimble Stage 1 that contributes well to board control. Next, we have 1 copy of Pawmot, a lightning-type Stage 2 Pokemon with 140 hydrogen phosphide, evolving from Pawmot. It features 2 impactful attacks. Mach Bolt for 1 lightning energy. It deals 40 damage, making it a quick and efficient option for early pressure. Electric Fist for 2 lightning energy. This powerful move hits for 100 damage to the active Pokémon, and also deals 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokémon, ignoring weakness and resistance for benched Pokémon. This dual target damage makes Pawmot excellent for disrupting setups and finishing off weakened threats. It has a fighting type weakness ×2 and a retreat cost of 1 colorless energy, so it's still relatively mobile despite being a stage 2. Next up, we're running 2 copies of Pawmot X, a lightning type stage 2 Pokémon with a massive 300 hydrogen phosphide, evolving from Pawmot. This card brings both power and precision with 2 strong attacks. Zap Kick for just 1 lightning energy, it deals 60 damage, great for applying early pressure. Levin Strike for 2 lightning energy, discard both to deal a whopping 220 damage to any of your opponent's Pokémon, including benched ones, ignoring weakness and resistance for benched Pokémon. This is your secret weapon, perfect for sniping threats off the bench or closing out a key KO. While Levin Strike leaves Pawmot X without energy, its 0 retreat cost lets you easily switch it back to the bench next turn for recovery or support. It has a fighting type weakness ×2 and no retreat cost, making it highly flexible. Plus, we've got a stadium card in this build that pairs beautifully with Pawmot X. Stay tuned for that synergy later in the video. Next, we've got 3 copies of Miraidon X, a basic lightning type Pokémon with 220 hydrogen phosphide, and it plays a huge role in setting up your board fast. Ability Tandem Unit: once during your turn, you can search your deck for up to 2 basic lightning type Pokémon and place them directly onto your bench, then shuffle. This ability is a game changer for early game setup, letting you grab key attackers like Electivire, Pawmot, or even another Miraidon X. Attack Photon Blaster. For 2 lightning and 1 colorless energy, it deals a heavy 220 damage. The only drawback? Miraidon X can't attack during your next turn. But don't worry, we run switching cards to get around this, or you can simply retreat for just 1 colorless energy and reset the effect. With a fighting type weakness ×2 and a retreat cost of 1, it's manageable and versatile, perfect for both setup and heavy hits. Miraidon X is a core piece of the deck, helping maintain tempo and board presence from turn 1. Next, we're moving into our stadium cards, and we're running 2 copies of Levincia. This stadium is a perfect fit for lightning decks. Once during each player's turn, that player may add up to 2 basic lightning energy cards from their discard pile to their hand. This synergizes perfectly with Pawmot X, since its Levin Strike attack requires you to discard 2 lightning energy. Levincia lets you recover those exact same energies on your next turn and stay charged up. It's a must-have stadium for any lightning-type deck looking to stay energized and consistent throughout the match. Now let's move on to our supporter cards. We're running 3 copies of Clement's Quick Wit. This powerful supporter lets you heal 60 damage from each of your lightning-type Pokémon. Since our entire deck is built around lightning types, this card becomes a massive recovery tool, allowing you to heal multiple Pokémon at once, including both your active and benched Pokémon. It's especially useful for keeping key attackers like Electivire X and Pawmot X in the game longer. Next, we're running 1 copies of Airy. This supporter card lets you look at your opponent's hand and discard up to 2 item cards. You find there, Airy is a disruption powerhouse, perfect for throwing off your opponent's strategy by getting rid of key items they might be saving for the right moment. It's a great way to mess with their setup and keep control of the pace. Next, we're running 2 copies of Bill's Transfer. This card lets you look at the top 8 cards of your deck, then reveal and add any number of Pokémon you find there to your hand. The rest get shuffled back into your deck. This is a great way to dig deep and quickly load your hand with key Pokémon. I often pull 2 to 3 Pokémon from it, making it a super helpful and consistent draw option for this deck. Next up, we've got 4 copies of Boss's Orders. This card lets you switch in one of your opponent's benched Pokémon into the active spot, which can be a total game changer. The key here is timing. Only play Boss's Orders when you know you can knock out the Pokémon right away. Whether it's to finish off a damaged threat or pick off a weaker target for a quick prize card, it's all about setting up that decisive play. That's why I run 4 copies. It can turn the game in your favor instantly. Use it wisely. Next up, we're running 4 copies of Arven. When you play this card, you can search your deck for 1 item card and 1 Pokémon tool card, reveal them, and add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. This is super helpful for grabbing key cards like Electric Generator or Switch to set up your board faster. And for Pokémon tools you can get Bravery Charm. Arven gives you consistency and flexibility, helping you grab exactly what you need, when you need it. Now let's move on to our item cards, starting with 4 copies of Electric Generator. This card lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and attach up to 2 basic Lightning Energy cards you find there to your benched Lightning Pokémon in any way you like. Then, shuffle the rest back into your deck. This is one of the key cards in the deck. When it hits, it's absolutely clutch. You can power up a single Pokémon with both energies or split them between two. And don't forget, you still get your regular manual energy attachment for the turn. So you can potentially load 3 lightning energy in one turn. Now, it can be hit or miss. Sometimes you whiff when you need it most. But even with that risk, it's a must-have in any lightning-type deck thanks to its explosive energy acceleration. Next, we're running 2 copies of Switch. This card lets you swap your active Pokémon with one from your bench, no energy cost required. It's especially useful for rotating out Electivire or Electivire X after they've attacked, helping you reset their drawback or bring in a fresh attacker. Simple, effective, and always handy when you need to reposition. Next, we have 1 copy of Prime Catcher. This powerful card lets you switch one of your opponent's benched Pokémon into the active spot, and if you do, you also have to switch your active Pokémon with one from your bench. This is perfect for pulling up a weaker opponent for an easy knockout. Just remember, you'll have to switch too. Now moving on to our tool cards. We're running 2 copies of Bravery Charm. The basic Pokémon this card is attached to gets 50 HP. With Arven in the deck, we can easily search this tool when needed. Just remember, Bravery Charm only works on basic Pokémon, so it's perfect for cards like Pawmot, Electabuzz, or even Miraidon X. It's especially strong on Miraidon X, bumping its HP from 220 to 270, giving it much more staying power on the field. Just be mindful that once a Pokémon evolves, it's no longer considered basic, and the tool won't apply. Now let's move on to our energy cards. We're running 14 lightning energy in this deck to ensure consistent attachments and power up our attackers quickly and efficiently. And that wraps up this deck breakdown, trainers. Brings serious pressure with strong synergy and board control, and now you've got the game plan to take this build and crush your next match. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more master deck builds, battles, and giveaways, and don't forget to drop a comment if you're running a similar strategy or want to show some support. Thanks for watching, stay awesome, stay sharp, and as always, keep playing.